What's up, movie cheers, Schmoedown fans? Another week, another pay-per-view event. This time it's between Gold Leader and Thomas Harper, the Star Wars Tournament Finals. Clearly, I'm representing the den today because I already wore my Finstock Exchange shirt earlier today. As of the recording of this video, we're supporting Gold Leader in his match against Jack Burkett, which of course he won. And, I'm supporting Thomas Harper because, he's the major, and I love the den, and it would be pretty interesting to see Thomas Harper beat Gold Leader once and for all. Now, full disclosure, I am going to be on a show with Gold Leader tomorrow, from my point of view, which is next week, was last week, from whenever the hell this video is going to eventually be dropped on YouTube. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out, that I'm not being biased towards Gold Leader. I'm just supporting Thomas Harper because he's my preferred to win out of this match. Got my popcorn ready, and to be honest with you, I'm not feeling too good right now, so I'll be participating, but I won't put too much of an effort into it. Anyways, I'm in the live chat right now, talking to some people, and let's just hope this match is going to be one to remember. So here we go!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an epic movie trivia Schmoedown pay-per-view event where we have two incredible, indelible #1 contender matches right here for your naked, steaming eyeballs. I am joined by Andrew Guy. I'm just Mark Baby Carrots Ellis, and it's the kids' first pay-per-view event. Andrew, it's a live PPV. How do you feel taking your first step into a larger world?
I'm nervous. I'm excited. I can't wait to see how these two matches go. Four very, very different competitors coming out to play today, Ellis. Obviously, in our first matchup of the day, Star Wars, we'll get there in just 1 second, but we are working towards our main event between Parker and Chandru to see who battles it out to get that belt against Kalinowski down the road. We've got very nice players on one side and very evil players on one side of both of these matches, and I cannot wait to see who lays it all on the line.
That's right. Robert Parker taking on Chandru Dandapani. It is the Spider versus the Chosen. But before we get there, you call it an undercard. It's a 5-round undercard because it is the finals of the Star Wars tournament. It's a galaxy far, far away, but it's right here, right now, for all the marbles and for the right to play. The winner of Andrew the 100 Demolanta versus Laura Lights Out Kelly for the Star Wars Championship belt. Today, it is Major Thomas Harper versus Gold Leader. Andrew, neither one of them have lost a match yet, and they both look like they're not going to start anytime soon.
I'm pretty sure these guys have both missed the amount of questions you could probably count on one hand, and that's what it's all about in the Star Wars division. When you talk to people about Star Wars, it's really interesting. I don't even know half the words that are said during these matches, Mark, but what is always impressive is the level of competition. What these guys know, it's easier to say what they do not know in a galaxy far, far away. Between Gold Leader, between the Major, these guys have missed like 6 questions in their entire career. I cannot wait to see who blinks first when we talk about 5 rounds, baby. 5 rounds. Everything is different when you talk about 5 rounds compared to 3.
Yeah, it's probably my fault. I should have prepped you on that. You and I are not going to know anything in this Star Wars match. I know we're both fans of Star Wars. It's not going to feel like it after this 5-rounder, but hey, that is just the aptitude with which these two gentlemen and really the Star Wars division has shown thus far in this season of war. And so for a look at how we got here with Gold Leader and Major Thomas Harper, here is another exciting promo package.
But also, I picked Tom #1. So I am going to pick Miss Harper #1.
But I'm getting the best Star Wars guy. And his name is not
Leader.
Gold Member, it's Gold Leader.
I've mentioned multiple times before that I started this YouTube channel to study for the Dragon Con Star Wars trivia competition. I've won it one time. It's very, very hard.
And the Dragon Con people, everybody's singing his praises already. Give him the belt, give him the belt, give him the belt. Thomas Harper.
This kid has a lot of hype behind him. He is the Dragon Con player that everybody's talking about as the guy, the heir apparent, the guy that will beat Alex Damon.
They're new to Schmoedown, but they are not new to Star Wars, and that's going to make all the difference in the world for us this season.
So I've got a long way to go, but at the end of the day with Ace, my job here today is to bring home that W.
That is seriously no joke, and you accomplished something major today.
It's Thomas's tournament at this point.
And Laura Kelly DMs me one night and she's like, are you, like, you've got to be playing, you're Gold Leader, right? Because like I'm a huge Y-Wing fan. I had no clue at the time, but now I come to find out it's Evan, like going out there and smashing skulls.
You know, you could say these Dragon Con players, they've gotten their wins elsewhere. They've gotten their wins against Alex even in a lot of cases. I'm not scared of any of these guys. Put me toe-to-toe with any of these guys publicly. If any other show is watching this, want to put me on publicly, any of these guys, I'll take that challenge.
He doesn't look like he gets rattled at all. That's kind of scary.
The rookies just keep on winning, and that's just the facts.
I had a decent idea that I might get picked up by Finstock, and I said, look, if I get to pick my my dark horse rookie, don't sleep on this guy.
Oh, Y-Wing.
Thomas, I didn't see you there.
Gold Leader. We meet at last.
Do you know what smile?
I have the
I
same
can't wait
Y-Wing
to
that
see
both of
get
them have.
wiped away. Everybody on the Finstock Exchange.
You and I both know that there's only one true Gold Leader. I'm pretty sure you have no clue who this is, so I'm not just going to go spot you a possible answer.
You know, we made it to the finals. I knew that I would be here. I didn't think you would be here. I thought Ace would have taken you out a long time ago, so congrats, I guess, are in order. Thomas Harper, I don't want to play by your side. I want to rise above you, my friend. I want to take out all three of these Dragon Con players, one after the other, like a line of dominoes. There's only one more that stands in the way of me getting the title of Dragon Slayer.
He's very, very good. I'm used to playing the best of the best. I want to play the best of the best. Gold Leader is the Everest at this point, and that's the mountain that I have to climb. He's not going to get an ounce of disrespect from me.
But know that when this match is all over, I'll be stripping that ridiculous nickname off your cold, defeated self and restoring it to its rightful owner.
I've been saying it. I've been calling all of my shots, every single one of them, a direct hit. And guess what, Major? You're in the leader's crosshairs. I want that title. I want to be called Dragon Slayer so bad. I hope you understand that.
I'm not Marie, and I'm not Zach. And this dragon is going to burn you and Finstock's little house of cards straight to the ground.
I mean, that's a fight.
I mean, 3-0 and 3-0, and you see that these have not been easy victories for either one of these guys. They've been pushed to the brink and sometimes past it. I mean, one thinks about that epic matchup with Andres Ace Cabrera that Major somehow won. Ace was the darling of last year's Star Wars tournament and surprised a lot of people. I don't think it's going to be a surprise to a lot of fans if either one of these fellas ends up winning, but only one of them is going to get a chance to do it today.
Yeah, it feels like after Harper taking down Andres there that he is the darling of this Star Wars tournament. Of course, Gold Leader is the exact opposite. All the comments that I've read are about slapping that smile, that grin off of his face, but you can't do it. The guy doesn't miss. And as much as you might hate him, if he keeps getting questions right, you're going to have to deal with him until he loses. But will that be today, Mark?
Well, they're managed by, I would say, the Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru of the movie Trivia Schmoedown. You have Kate Mulligan of the Den on one hand, who's going to be representing the major, and then Gold Leader. If you talk about smirk and maybe some people wanting to wipe it off, yeah, you're probably talking about the Finstock exchange. So I know that they're going to have some pleasantries to exchange at some point during this matchup, but it is all about the number one contender match, the finals of the Star Wars tournament, and it is upon us now. Andrew Guy, are you ready?
Oh, well, actually, Ellis, I was going to ask if you were ready.
Well, yes, I've done this before, Andrew.
Then it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. 5 rounds in the Star Wars division. Introducing first. Representing the Den, with a record of 3 wins and 0 losses, defeat. Thomas the Major Harper!
Commander Guy, Colonel Carrots, good to be in service again.
And there is the Major. Major, you look at this matchup, it's your first pay-per-view, it's your first 5-rounder. If anything, what did you focus in on when you're preparing for an event like this? Not necessarily with the questioning or what categories you're studying, but do you think about that betting round? Do you practice the speed round over and over? Because some of this is new to you.
For every person that dreams of being in the movie Trivia Schmoedown, all of those people dream of being in a 5-rounder. So it's been, this is a dream come true to get to play in a match like this against a competitor like this. I think my last match proved that I can get knocked down. I can take 2 in the plate, if you will, and get back up. And here we are. So I'm excited to kick this one off.
Major, you and Gold Leader have very, very different approaches to the game. However, your knowledge does seem to be about at the exact same level. Do you imagine that mind games will come into play at all today, or are you one of the, as you appear to be, an unflappable competitor out there, which I'm sure Gold Leader is going to try to get in that head of yours a little bit?
No, this is no disrespect to Gold Leader, but he's irrelevant in this equation, just as Ace was irrelevant in the last match, just as the Knight was irrelevant in the first match. It's me versus the questions. It's me versus the game, if you will, and everything else is just background noise. When we kick this thing off in a few minutes here, the blinders go on, and it's me in the galaxy far, far away. And quite honestly, Gold Leader is the one with a lot to prove. He's been running his mouth since before the draft even happened, calling people out. And when you point your bat toward the fence, like Babe Ruth, you better swing and hit a home run. And unfortunately for him, now the bill has come due.
Before we let you go here, Major, have you given any thought to how it's going to feel in an actual Star Wars belt match? You could, by the end of today, be the one that is playing for a Star Wars championship.
I haven't given much thought to that because my mantra, my mindset this entire time has been one match at a time, one opponent at a time, really one question at a time. I think I proved that last game by getting 2 consecutive questions wrong in round 1 and showing folks that I could get back up on my feet and win the match. So that's my focus, and I look to continue that today.
Fair enough. All right. Well, that is Major Thomas Harper. Andrew, his mantra is to stay on target, it would appear. How about his opponent?
And his opponent. Representing the Finstock Exchange with a record of 3 wins and 0 losses. Gold Leader!
There's the Y-Wing.
There is Gold Leader. No, sir, we didn't catch you playing with your dolls again.
No.
Is playing with an A-Wing how you prep for a match of this magnitude?
This is this ship belongs to a 1 Gold Leader. Notice I said a 1 Gold Leader. And yes, this is how I prep. I like to bring things on that I know strike a chord with my opponents. And, you know, today we're going to find out what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Let's go.
Which one is which?
It does appear, though, that the Major doesn't seem to be fazed by what you're bringing to the competition in the sense of your personality, which I got to be honest, I'm a big, big fan of. Can Harper really even hold a candle to you when you talk about promos, trash talk, and maybe getting in each other's head between rounds?
I mean, listen, a little bit of tension makes the paper men crumble, and Thomas Harper knows how to put that on. I will say that much. He's good at saving face for a lot of people, but I am unfazed by his advances, by his face, by his demeanor, by his attitude, by everything. I am unfazed. I stand here like a rock, and that's how I intend to be.
I'm just happy I knew that was actually an A-wing. Your last question before we pit you against your opponent, the Major. You've talked at great length about wanting to make sure you take down all of these Dragon Con legends. What do you have to do today, Gold Leader, to make that become a reality?
I just have to play my normal self. I have to do exactly what I've been doing. I have missed one question, and that was in my first match. So statistically, like I said before, I'm the horse that I would bet on. I think I've got a pretty good streak going. I intend to keep it. I'm just going to do what I always do.
All right, then here comes the competitors.
Wow, I mean, you talk about the Major there, Ellis. You can't even remember his former competitors' names. And then, of course, Gold Leader just not even batting an eye at what Harper has done so far in his career. He seems completely unfazed.
It truly is a meeting of the minds, and it might be left brain versus right brain. It's whatever brain knows the most about Star Wars, or in Joseph Scrimshaw's language, which brain doesn't forget anything in the world of Star Wars. And so here are the rules for round number 1, gentlemen. It's an epic 5-rounder, but round 1, it's going to feel like a normal round 1 Star Wars match because there's 10 questions that are asked to the field from 10 different categories of the Star Wars Schmoedown universe. Each question's worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing. At least there isn't in round number 1. That would be ridiculous. As soon as we ask the question, you have 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer. Once we ask you by name or nickname, please show what you wrote to your camera. At the same time, you verbalize your attempt into the microphone. I'll remind each competitor of your 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds, use your repeat. You also each have 1 challenge. You may play at any point throughout the match. We'll bring in your manager should a challenge need arise. They will confirm, delineate, deliberate, and ultimately will be the ones that ratify if said challenge is taking place.
With that being said,
everybody
sorry,
watching out there, that's okay. That's okay.
I got excited.
Well, I have to do this extra reminder because, again, to all you fans out there watching, no answers in the live chat, please. And now, Andrew Guy, you have the floor.
Thank you so much. The Major, are you ready?
I'm weapons free. Let's go.
Gold Leader, are you ready?
Is you ready?
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! 5 rounds, just to remind you guys, in the Star Wars division, where we still start off in round number 1 with 10 questions coming from all over that Star Wars galaxy. Your first question, gentlemen, coming from the category of The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens. In The Force Awakens, Han Solo tells Finn that women always figure out what?
You know, Andrew, I know what it's like to get excited, to get that gusto revved up for the let's get ready to Schmoedown. I haven't done it since season 4 because of my hernia.
Oh, this is a serious injury. We don't like to talk about it on air. It brings Ellis to tears.
I still get nervous. I might get another one. Pens down. Let's go to you first. Gold Leader. What do you got?
The truth.
The truth is correct. Does the Major have it?
The truth.
He does. And the truth is, these fellows know a lot about Star Wars. Your next question is in the category of who said it? These are quotes from the galaxy far, far away. In what Star Wars film from the 2000s will you hear the line, "You've got that we're in trouble" look?
I've had that look after getting late night Taco Bell many times in my life, Mark.
I was going to say, I actually had that look when I was doing that push-up in 2013, and I just felt something pop.
Done.
4,
These are tough ones.
3, 2, 1. Protect your abs, kids. Pens down. Let's go to the Major.
The Clone Wars.
Is correct. Does Gold Leader have it?
Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Certainly.
Perfect through to your third question, gentlemen, coming from the category of heroes and villains.
Okay.
I have so much to tell you are the last words of which Star Wars character? We could take bets to do an over-under on when people think the first question will be missed in this match.
Well, if you were taking bets for each gentleman's manager, it would have already happened.
1, and we don't even need to count down for you guys because you already knew the answer. Who knows how long ago? Let's start with Major. That is correct. Do you have their gold leader?
Galen Urso.
Galen Urso.
Oh.
3, 2, 3. We move on to your next category, and that is planets and locations. And the question, in The Rise of Skywalker, while Poe is lightspeed skipping, he passes through the Magafauna chasm in what nebula?
I'm glad I didn't have to say that word. I was worried about screwing it up.
I have no idea.
I'm glad I'm not in the box right down there because I'd have to know the answer.
I like to kind of play along at the desk here, Mark, for every other division.
4, 3. Yeah, just give it up. 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with you, gold leader.
The Typhonic Nebula.
Is correct. Does the Major have it?
The Typhonic Nebula.
They're cooking.
Yeah, they're cooking. They have not even started sweating, though, as we are perfect through 4 questions. Gentlemen, your 5th question coming from the category of vehicles, weapons, and technology. In Attack of the Clones, what is the name of the speeder that Zam Wessel used to try and escape Obi-Wan and Anakin?
Damn it.
And we just need the short.
I'm not getting any points today, am I?
Might be a lot of writing, but feel free to wager your answer.
I'm here to watch
how you
these
see
guys
fit,
play.
gentlemen.
I feel like it's kind of a flex in this division to just write as much information as possible as long as it's correct.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Go to Major.
That would be the Coro 2 all-environment airspeeder.
He got the whole thing. Did gold leader?
I wrote Zorro 2 airspeeder.
Oh, we have our
Unfortunately, that
first
is
miss.
Incorrect. It is the Coro 2. And so we move on to your next question with Major currently enjoying a 1-point lead, and that's in the category of The Empire Strikes Back. And in the question, in The Empire Strikes Back, who plays the role of Rebel Force General Carlos Riakin?
Mark, this is really what I love about this division so much, and obviously I don't want to focus on it too much, but, you know, Gold Leader only missed that question by a letter. Just one letter, not a word, not a sentence, a letter.
4, 3, and really hard letters, like good Scrabble letters. 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to the Major.
Bruce Boa.
Correct for a point. And gold leader?
Bruce Boa.
Had Bruce Boa, and gold leader rebounds with the correct answer there as we move on to the next category.
The next category is going to be The Rise of Skywalker, Gold Leader and the Major. In The Rise of Skywalker, what game are Finn, Poe, and Chewbacca playing when they are first seen?
Finally,
here's the question.
something
Again,
that
it
I
is the
know.
internet. You don't have to answer it. I loved Rise of Skywalker. You?
I honestly, I don't hate it, and I enjoyed myself when I watched it.
4, 3. Very diplomatic. 2, 1. Pens down. Gold leader. Did you have it?
The Jarek.
Jarek.
Is correct. Does Major?
The Jarek Hollow Chess.
Yeah, Hollow Chess, one of my favorite pastimes as well. And now we go to your 8th question. Remember, 10 questions in round number 1. Major has yet to miss. Let's try both of these competitors' hands at Attack of the Clones, Episode 2. And your question, in Attack of the Clones, Mace Windu says that Padme's assassination attempt was probably disgruntled people on the moons of Naboo. What was their occupation?
You know, for a minute there, I felt like I was on board with what the answer to this question was going to be, and then you threw in that last little sentence.
I think I got it. I think I
nope,
got it.
Not a chance.
How we separate it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Major Thomas Harper.
Miners?
Spice Miners.
They could have been Spice Miners and Gold Leader.
Spice Miners.
People love their spice in Star Wars.
Counts, I guess.
Going on to your
I'm gonna give
9th
myself a
question,
point.
your second to last question here in round number 1. We're coming from the category Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith. Besides Yoda, what other Jedi can be seen during the Battle of Kashyyyk, shown to be
Kashyyyk?
helping the Wookiees near the beach? And that's
No.
Kashyyyk, in case I butchered it.
Yeah, you talk about 100-point
Yes,
word in Words with
Jedi?
Friends. I'm Mark Ellis Live, by the
What
way.
other
Come on,
Jedi?
play.
I've been waiting for you to make a move for 3 weeks.
I don't remember there being a Jedi in that
One.
one.
All right, let's go to gold leader first.
Luminara Unduli.
So, really?
That is correct.
Is correct, and Major
I did not know that.
Luminara Unduli.
is also correct. And so now here is where we are. One more question as to the field in round one. Should the Major get it right, he's going to have a bonus question because of a perfect round one. Here it is. It's in the category of the one that started it all, A New Hope. In Star Wars Episode 4, what are Luke's last words?
I think A New Hope is still. I'm like a Fellowship, A New Hope type of guy. I like the one that started it all.
Okay, fair enough. You like the first Planet of the Apes back in 68, 5, 4.
I'm a Tim Burton fan in that category.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Major first.
He'll be all right.
That is what a perfect round looks like. And gold leader.
He'll be all right.
A pretty darn good round yourself for 9 points, but it is a 10-point perfect round for Major. And so now Andrew Guy will be proctoring a one-question exam just to the Major. Major, if you want to continue to write down for the rest of the match, you're more than welcome to, as long as we see your hands. You do not have to answer this question. It is asked only to you.
All right. The Major, your bonus question. In A New Hope, what is the last word in the opening crawl?
I used to know the opening crawls of the classic trilogy word for word as a kid. As an adult, I'm what you might call a moron.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Major, do you have it?
The galaxy.
And he does for a perfect round plus the bonus question. And you can see there that Gold Leader knew exactly that he got the answer right and how much he wishes that Z was maybe a K as he looks back on this round one. But we got 4 more rounds to go, Mark.
That's right. And Major, while he does have a perfect round and a 2-point lead, he hasn't quite wiped that smirk off of Gold Leader's face yet, because now we enter round 2. It is the wheel round, the Wheel of Fate, Doom, and, well, it's Star Wars, Destiny. Each competitor gets a spin in round number 2 at the virtual wheel. Once you settle on a category, 5 questions will emerge from said realm. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice in this round only. We'll give you 4 options, one of which we're told is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question does go down to 1. Might be important and useful because stealing tomfoolery shenanigans are available in round number 2. If the original answer or the question misses, your opponent can steal. And so we go to Major. Harper, would you like to spin that wheel first or defer to your golden opponent?
Well, we're going to bring down a turbo laser strike on Gold Leader, and we're going to go first.
Nice.
I knew that's what I was gathering. So we will drop out Gold Leader for now.
That's fair.
Oh, great.
Ma'am?
Sir, at ease, Major, at ease.
Not yet, man. We got 4 more to go.
Really good point. Okay, yeah, not at ease. Back in formation.
If I may speak freely, ma'am, that felt a lot better than getting things wrong in round 1.
Except for I'll tell you what, you getting stuff wrong in round 1 is why you exactly did what you just did, because you don't rest. I just want to show you I've got my good luck nails on. It's the same color as the helmet of that Luke Moonwalk guy, and when he's the fighter pilot in that one movie. So
he is my favorite character, ma'am. I had it wrong in my head. I thought it was Skywalker, but I remembered that's going to be helpful in this round. It's
10
Moonwalker.
seconds.
Absolutely. Hey, you're doing everything you need to be doing. It's a long match. Let's do this. Let's spin it.
Let's go, man.
All right,
is that loud in the microphone? Is that loud in the microphone? Woo!
It's not quiet.
It's a little bit. And round it goes. You know, Kate, your nails are also the color of carrots.
Yes, that.
Oh,
we were going to put this on the wheel.
Oh, no.
Lands on opponent's choice. And so here is where we stand. A huge break for Gold Leader, because he and his faction are going to get to determine which category Major Harper has to field his 5 questions in. So we say goodbye to the den.
And there's the gooch.
And it's one for the other.
Oh, here you are, Papa.
How?
Perfect first round, obviously. I mean, you know, what are letters here and there? It doesn't really make a difference.
Who cares about letters?
He's not going to wipe the smile off your face. It's just that simple here.
Okay, now 50 seconds to determine which category you want to saddle your opponent with.
We talked about this earlier. And I agree with you. And I think this is the way to go. Should we give him mixed bag to see what he can do here?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? I mean, I know he's well versed. I mean, he's obviously a great player. There's no question about it. But let's make this major a minor.
Absolutely. That's a good way of putting
whatever, even worse than a minor.
Yeah.
We know what he's going to do when it comes to
A
later.
spice minor.
You want to give him a mixed bag and call it a day here?
Yeah, let's give him a mixed bag.
I think it's the best move.
All right, then mixed bag is the answer, and that's what we're going with.
We're done? Okay.
Gucci's mind works faster than light speed.
There are the gentlemen. All right, so they have saddled you with mixed bag, Major Thomas Harper. For those 5 questions, Andrew Guy will be administering. Andrew, at your ready. Remember, 2 points unless you need multiple choice.
That's right. 5 questions, as Mark just said. And your first question coming from the category of mixed bag. In The Force Awakens, according to the opening crawl, the First Order will not rest until Skywalker, the Last Jedi, has been what?
Found? It's either found or killed, but...
Destroyed.
Or maybe not.
Give him 2 points. That is correct.
2 points. We move on to question 2.
Question number 2 here from Mixed Bag. Who said, "You were right about one thing, Master. The negotiations were
short. That was Obi-Wan. Kenobi. For those of you...
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Got it written down and gets 2 more points for a great round 2 and a perfect game so far. Your third question, Major, from the category Mixed Bag. In The Empire Strikes Back, which actor plays the role of Admiral Ozzel?
Whoa. No idea.
Michael Sheard.
Michael Sheard is correct for 2 more points. That's 6 thus far in round number 2 with 2 questions left on the board. Your fourth question, the Major, from Mixed Bag. What is the name Dryden Voss uses to describe Han after learning that he, like Kira, hails from Corellia?
Oh, fellow Scrum Rat.
Fellow Scrum Rat is correct, and so far Mixed Bag has been working out here for the Major. Your final question from opponent's choice that turned into Mixed Bag, the Major. On which planet was Commander Bakara on when Order 66 was executed?
Commander Bakara? No idea.
Mike Ito.
Okay.
My goodness. Perfect round number 2. I know, I had to do it. Perfect round number 2. 10 more points. 21-9 here for the Major, who did spin opponent's choice, but
it's
in
only
Star
my
Wars, who
point
knows
that
what that really means.
Opponent's
This division
choice means
is
nothing in
so
Star Wars.
crazy competitive, Ellis.
I wish I had the acumen to make that joke, Andrew. My goodness, indeed. However, that was just one half of round 2. Now Gold Leader is going to have a chance to answer Harper's perfect round 2 with a spin of his own. Before that, we bring in his manager, unfortunately, once again, Gucci.
Unfortunately, once again.
I mean, look, there's really no opponent's choice here. I mean, it's just really what it is. I mean, it's not enough categories to have an opponent's choice. It's not like you're giving martial arts to like whoever. You know, it's something that, you know, it happens here. Look, we're not down. We know where he's going to fall.
Oh yeah.
We know where he's going to fall. It's not a problem. Knock this out. Let's spin the wheel and see what's up.
Let's go. Diamond hands.
Diamond hands. Laser eyes. All day.
All right, and there goes the wheel. And its spin is going to settle on The Phantom Menace Episode 1. Gentlemen, you have 60 seconds to deliberate whether you want to keep The Phantom Menace or use your mulligan, which Tom knows is golf for do-over.
That's true. I only use the first hole. I mean, I usually breakfast balls. That's it, though. I haven't used the mulligan in 10 years. And I don't think we will here either.
Nope. We're good.
Go.
All right.
Okay. All right, we'll just live with that lie that Gucci didn't use 3 mulligans probably in mini golf this morning. And we will now get to Gold Leaders, round 2 in the world of the Phantom Menace. One of your questions will not be how long did Mark camp out to get tickets, but it was a hot minute. So now, Gold Leader, 5 questions, each one worth 2 points unless you need the aid of multiple choice. And here we go. Your first of 5 questions. In episode 1, what character says the line, which was destroyed, the master or the apprentice?
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu.
Is correct for 2 points. Move on to your next one. Gold Leader, in the Phantom Menace, what is the quadruped camel-like animal that Qui-Gon rides while on Tatooine?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Okay. That is one of your 3 repeats. In the Phantom Menace, what is the quadruped camel-like animal that Qui-Gon rides on Tatooine?
It's an EOP.
Thanks for noticing me. Is correct for 2 more points, and it was a JTE rule, but still a perfect round 2 thus far as we careen into question 3 for Gold
Harper
Leader, and that is, what is the name of the spaceport settlement that's the home of Watto and Anakin Skywalker?
That would be Mos Espa.
That sounds like another Moss I'm familiar with. That is correct for 2 more points, 6 points in total, and it is now a 6-point lead for the Major to cut that lead to 4. Your next question and your penultimate one in the world of the Phantom Menace. Who is Padme's loyal protector who's known as the quickest eyes of Naboo?
Captain Panaka.
That'd be Captain Panaka.
Captain Panaka does have some quick, darty eyes. That is correct. And now we go to your final question in the world of episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Gold Leader to possibly cut the lead all the way back down to 2. Naboo pilot Rick Ollie is played by which actor?
That'd be Ralph Brown.
It might have been the guy who was in Wayne's World 2.
Well done,
Right.
sir.
I'm not sure. I got to look that up. But either way, correct answer. Perfect round for both these gentlemen, Andrew, Guy. And once again, we got a 2-point lead.
This has been an incredible first 2 rounds, but now we are going into uncharted territory, Ellis. This is where all that these guys have done so far kind of goes out the window. It's all about what's next, because these are future champions we're looking at right here, and that means there's 3 more rounds.
That's right. And I'm the only guy on screen right now that has done a betting round. So let's get into round number 3, because we are going to Buffalo Bills in Prim, Nevada. Well, you get to wager in this round. It's only 1 question long. We get that question from a random spin at the wheel from whoever is leading. That would be the Major in this case. Once that category is settled upon, each competitor is going to get a chance to deliberate with their manager for up to 30 seconds. Why? Well, because you need to come up with how many points you're comfortable wagering on the ensuing question. This question is asked to the field, so you will have to write it down. You'll both be in the stream at the same time. If you get the question correct, you gain that many points. If you miss the question, you lose as many points as you bet. So it is Thomas Harper, the Major, who has a 2-point lead. So we will bring up the wheel and have him give it a spin with his Jedi mind tricks. All right, the wheel pretty
opposite way. Solid spin.
Solid spin. All right, and it is Andrew Guy's beloved episode 4, A New Hope. And so what's going to happen now is first we will drop out Gold Leader and we'll bring in the Dens manager, Kate Mulligan.
General.
30 seconds.
Okay, what wing are you thinking?
I'm thinking this is a Y-wing, ma'am. Just,
Okay, Okay, that I was thinking it could be a DIY wing, or it could be a PP wing, or it could be a Z wing, or a floaty wing, or a chicken wing. I was thinking about one of those. But you want to go wide? You want to go wide?
Those are all. I have to recheck my visual dictionary to be sure, but I need to study up. Those are all excellent sounding starfighters, man.
Those are there's the really good ones.
The DIY wing sounds excellent, but
you'll love it. Okay, so we'll go with Y wing. All right, I support you. You look beautiful.
Thanks, Kate.
First of all, is Thomas Harper old enough to play here? Is he 18 years old yet? What is happening? I feel that, obviously, let's go Sesame Street with the count up to.
Yeah, we're going PP wing.
Yeah, we're going full. We're going full.
Confidence
from Sesame Street.
Yeah.
If anybody knows what we're talking about, and if they don't know what we're talking about, they're stupid. Let's go.
We're going 3.
We're going 3. We do 1, 2, 3. We're kind of Dracula over here. We ain't got nothing behind.
Thank you, Gucci. That was in 4 seconds. Thank you. All right, so Andrew, interesting code words for Gold Leader and for Thomas Harper. We are still, nevertheless, going to go through the motions of having them both put the amount of points that they are actually wagering in the private chat. That is what we will honor, not any of the deliberation beforehand. So, gentlemen, on the count of 3, please enter into the private chat how many points you want to wager on your knowledge of Episode 4, A New Hope. 1, 2, 3. Recorded and noted. And so now, without further ado, keep in mind, we do ask that you write down the question, and it is going to be 15 seconds to get that correct answer. So here we go, and Andrew Guy will be asking the question.
All right. In the category of A New Hope. In A New Hope, Uncle Owen assumes C-3PO is programmed for protocol, and what else?
Is Snickers in the room with you, Andrew?
Yeah, that's not him.
That would be my dog.
No, I wasn't.
He is. He's always here with me. You know that.
The queen is sleeping on her bed. Pens down, gentlemen. Let's go to you first, Gold Leader. First of all, how many points did you wager?
I wagered 3.
Oh, shocking.
And who knew?
The PP wing.
Major was the Y wing 3 points?
That was 3, and the PP wing was 3, and the DIY wing was 3. It was all 3.
I was really getting a fascinating insight into the managerial tactics of each faction. So let's go back to Gold Leader for your attempt at an answer.
Etiquette and protocol.
And Major.
I said maintenance.
You stole my impression. Etiquette and protocol.
They are both correct. And once again, Andrew, I have a feeling it's not the last time we're going to say this. They're perfect, and they wagered as many points as they could. It is 24-22. What a match it's been thus far.
I mean, if I am the champion or in line to be the champion, I'm looking at these two guys on their way up. I'm a little scared, Ellis. I really am. It's been perfect throughout. You didn't see Gold Leader get rattled when he missed those questions in round 1. He didn't get the bonus, but look at where we are. Perfect since then, and we are going to round number 4.
Round number 4, gentlemen, is the speed round. Or if you're a Tampa Bay fan, it's the lightning round, because this is the round where competitors have 60 seconds to answer up to 10 questions in the world of Star Wars Schmoedown goodness. Competitors are not in the stream at the same time. Whoever elects to be in the stream first to field their speed round questions, the opposite competitor will be in a different stream. We call it the green room to chill, relax, and not see or hear any of the action that is going on right here in our broadcast. So once we ask you a question, you have up to 60 seconds, like I said, to get up to 10 questions. Each question is worth a point. If you get a question right, congrats, you get a point. If you miss a question, however, you do lose a point off your total. There is a third option. Any question that I ask that you're just not quite sure of the answer, don't want to risk losing a point, you may simply say pass to. I'll move on to the next question. Keep in mind, if we get through all 10 questions within that 60-second window, I will return to any question that you said pass to. Again, you never have to answer any of those questions, but I will return to them. You may simply say pass, and we go from there. Keep in mind, points will be tabulated only after both speed rounds are complete. I'm not going to say whether you got a question correct.
Uh-oh.
Voters have their chance to complete the speed round. So those are the rules. I'll give you a refresher once it is your turn up. And to decide that, it is going to be the Major, Thomas Harper.
I'm going to go first. Let's keep this going.
He is going to go first. All right, so drop out Gold Leader and bring in the Major's manager.
The manager.
Listen, they want to talk about perfect. Perfect doesn't matter to us right now. We got to be diligent. We got to be careful. So let's assume he's going to go perfect, which means you got to go perfect, which means we can't lose any points here. So I know it's counterintuitive to say take your time here, but on some level, take your time here. Pass if you need to. Also, just remember, I wore my IG 11 shirt for you.
He's Baba Feet's best friend, as you told me the other day. That's
Baba
a lovely
Feet,
character, man.
Right, IG 11. Anyway, so luck's on our side in terms of my shirt and my nails, but luck's on our side in terms of your brain, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. You are locked in. There is nothing that's going to pull you out of this. You do exactly what you've been practicing. You got this.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Is it loud when I clap in the microphone?
All right. Thank you. We drop them out, and we'll bring in Gold Leader and his manager, Gucci, for 60 seconds.
Yep.
This is where we know he's going to fall. We know
this is where it happens.
This is where it happens.
Yeah.
We know he thinks about his answers too much. We've studied him.
Yeah.
This is what happens. I guarantee you he passes on 5 questions. That's just what he's going to do here. Now, when you get there, answer it rapid fire because you know you're going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
You're the best here. Nobody beats a gold jacket like that. Who does that? Nobody does that. This is
Mailed this to me. It was blessed by Brother Lomas.
Yeah. This is going to be, you're going to be up 3 points by the time this round ends. And we know that. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. So drop out those two. And now Gold Leader is going to be going to the separate stream. However, as manager, Gucci, we encourage to stay in this stream. Just make sure we can see your hands too. Gucci, and while we wait for confirmation that Gold Leader is in the opposite stream, I'm going to give Major Thomas Harper another quick refresher of the rules and some updates such as this. So, Major, your 60-second window doesn't begin until I've completed asking the first question. You'll see the timer up in the corner of your screen, and that's going to start to count down from 60 after I've completed asking the first question. And again, I'm not going to acknowledge whether you got a question correct or incorrect. I'm simply going to move on to the next question. We have backup scorekeepers making sure that everything is well and good. Does all of that make sense to you? Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay, and keep in mind, I will return to any questions that you might have said pass to if there is time left in the 60-second window. And last but not least, we definitely want to make sure that the internet connection is all good between you and I. So I'm going to ask you a practice question. Are you ready, sir?
Ready.
All right. Major Harper, if you were in the galaxy far, far away and you were a Jedi Master, which is highly within the realm of possibility, which color lightsaber would you prefer?
I mean, green is tempting, but I'd like to annoy Mace Windu and have a purple one, and there could be 2 of us.
Okay, that works for me. It's my understanding that Kyber Crystal actually chooses, so you actually don't get to. We'll get into all of that lore later. Major, it is now time for your speed round. Are you ready to begin?
I'm ready.
Major Thomas Harper, your first ever speed round begins now. On what planet is Kit Fisto murdered in Revenge of the Sith?
Coruscant.
He's Coruscant.
How many actors have played Han Solo on the big screen?
2.
What character appears as Jabba's major domo in Return of the Jedi?
Bib Fortuna.
Bib Fortuna.
What is the name of the star yacht that BB-8 and DJ steal in The Last Jedi?
The Libertine.
What is the final planet seen at the end of Revenge of the Sith?
Tatooine.
What is the name of the Gan Findsman seen in the Bounty Hunter lineup in Empire?
Zuckuss.
In Attack of the Clones, what is the name of the Jedi librarian?
Jocasta Nu.
Jocasta Nu.
Who flies as Red 5 during the Battle of Scarif?
Pedron Gall.
Who voices Admiral Akbar in The Last Jedi?
Tom Kane.
In how many films does the character C-3PO appear?
11.
11. Oh no, Mark froze.
Complete. All right, so we will drop out Thomas Harper,
Okay.
and while we wait to tabulate all of that, he will now be going to the opposite stream to relax in the green room where he cannot see or hear any of the action going on. And as we wait for Gold Leader to return for his speed round, Andrew, you just think about the history of the speed rounds. I don't remember if during the Ultimate Schmoedown between Dan Merle and I, we had a speed round. I don't know when the first one was, but what an exciting addition to a match of this caliber.
It really, I mean, the speed round is really when the pedal hits the metal, because that's when you got to get your knowledge out right away. And as you see in round 1 and round 2, you got a lot of time, you got your repeats, you can kind of navigate around it. But you miss one in the speed round, you maybe start to hit that panic button. It can really cascade downhill from there. So obviously we're still going to talk about how Harper did and obviously how Gold Leader does. But the speed round was navigated very well so far. I'll say that.
By me, I'm sure you mean.
Yes.
So now we go to Gold Leader. We have him back. We'll bring him on in the stream. Hello, Gold Leader. Hope you got a chance to relax in the green room. And now it is time for your speed round. Like I did with the Major, your opponent, I'm going to give you a couple refresher rules before we get going here, such as soon as I begin asking your question, number 1, that's not the start of the speed round, or at least that's not the start of the clock. You're going to see the clock in the corner. It's not going to start counting down until I've completed question number 1. Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
Okay, and so keep in mind, I'm simply just going to move on to the next question. I'm not going to acknowledge whether you got a question correct or incorrect. Just going to move on. And if you aren't comfortable answering a question, you're just not quite sure of the answer, you can say pass. I will return to any of those questions, provided there is still time in the 60-second window. Now we get to do a practice question. So I just want to test the internet connection is okay. Does that work for you?
Sure.
All right, then. I'm going to ask you the same question I did Major. If you were in a galaxy far, far away, and you were a Jedi Master, again, highly likely that could happen. Right. What color lightsaber would you prefer?
I'm going blue. I like blue.
You're going blue.
Didn't know the reason other than I like blue.
That answer from you, but we will go with blue. You will not get a point for that. It's just a practice question. And now we are about ready to get your speed round going. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, then. The very first speed round for Gold Leader begins now. On what planet is Kit Fisto murdered in Revenge of the Sith?
Coruscant.
How many actors have played Han Solo on the big screen?
2.
What character appears as Jabba's major domo in Return of the Jedi?
Bib Fortuna.
What is the name of the star yacht that BB-8 and DJ steal in The Last Jedi?
The Libertine.
What is the final planet seen at the end of Revenge of the Sith?
Didn't get that one.
Pass.
What is the name of the Gan Finesman seen in the Bounty Hunter lineup in Empire Strikes Back?
Zuckuss.
In Attack of the Clones, what is the name of the Jedi Librarian?
Jocasta Nu.
Who flies as Red 5 during the Battle of Scarif?
Pedron Gall.
Who voices Admiral Akbar in The Last Jedi?
Tom Kane.
In how many films does the character C-3PO appear?
11.
What is the final planet seen at the end of Revenge of the Sith?
Tatooine.
Gold Leader speed round is complete. All right, and we will drop both competitors for the time being. And Andrew, usually during this time, I know you're new to doing these pay-per-views with 5 rounds. You and I might deliberate, or we might have to take a little graphic to make sure that both competitors have their correct score. But I think you and I can just go ahead and announce it now to the world. They both got perfect speed.
I'm losing my mind, man. I wanted to freak out for so long. I was like, just let me talk. Just let me talk. My good God, that was immaculate, beautiful. I loved how both of them went through that round. Completely different, right? Harper took a little bit more time on each question, as we expected him to do. He gets all 10 right through on his first go round. You go over to Gold Leader. What does he do? He does exactly what Gucci said. Rapid fire, skip what you don't know. He comes right back to it, gets another perfect round. I've got chills. I cannot wait to see who wins this match. My God, that was beautiful stuff.
And to use a Star Wars quote, my chills are multiplying. I'm being told that is actually Grease, the musical from 1978. And so now we will welcome back both competitors.
Well done.
Well done, sir.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, congrats on your perfect speed rounds. And so once again, it is a 2-point lead for Major Thomas Harper, 34-32. Incredible play by both of you thus far. And now we do enter the final round. This round should feel like a normal round number 3, just with obviously the stakes are much, much higher in round number 5. Each competitor is going to have 3 total questions. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next one is worth 3 points. Your final question is worth 5 big points. How do we get those questions? Well, you're going to actually help us out. We're going to give you a series of numbers, these numbers being 1 to 20. Each competitor is going to pick a series of numbers in that range, totaling 3. You may not pick the same integers as your opponent because each numeral corresponds to a unique category of Star Wars mystery. There is no penalty for missing a question, and there is no stealing in round number 5. And we will bring in your managers in just a second, gentlemen. But first, I want to get the numbers down. So we're going to start with you, Major Harper. Between 1 to 20, what 3 numbers feel destined?
Well, this entire tournament, my 2 daughters, Evie and Maddie, have been my rocks, so these numbers are for them. 19, 4, and 6.
You said 19, 4, and 6 to confirm.
Correct. 19, 4, 6.
Roger that. Sorry, the dragon on the couch just woke up. We go to Gold Leader. Your 3 lucky numbers that are not 19, 4, or 6.
We're going to go 2, 3, and 7.
2, 3, and 7 it is. And now to have a 30 to 60 second chat with the Major, we drop out Gold Leader and bring in Kate Mulligan.
Ma'am, last leg of this campaign.
This is it. This is it. This is the final push. This is the battle of the battle. So it's about to, you're about
ma'am, I have a question. I was told that I would be slow going into that speed round, and that I would.
I heard you were going to have 5 passes. Why didn't you do the 5 passes?
I'll have to check the intel report because I don't think that's what happened.
You and I can both feel how it's right there. It is right there. You just have to go take it now.
It's the power of Luke Moonwalker, ma'am.
It sure is. Thank you. I'm glad you remember. It's the power of Ig 11 and Luke Moonwalker and Sudoku Tanu and all of the friends. All of the pals.
It's a wide galaxy of great characters.
DIY, baby. DIY. All right, this is it. This is it. Come on, one night clapping this microphone.
Okay, really just.
We know it's coming. We know it's coming every time.
Follow that.
I mean, clearly she's on drugs. But good ones, like the real good ones, like the over-the-counter stuff. Right. You know what? Look, man, we understand this.
Yeah,
we know this guy was going to be great. There's no question about it. 1 letter cost us right now. It's not a problem. Yep. Like I always say, get into his 5.
Yep.
Question writers are doing their 5 homework. We know what we can do. It's not really a problem here. He's going to miss one of these. You get all 3. Let's take the belt home.
I feel it.
That's it. Because we're going to play DD eventually, and that's Dummy Dimolanta. We're going to do it right. It's not really an issue here.
Yeah.
Just focus. I mean, you were fantastic in the speed round, obviously.
Thank you.
It's not really an issue here. He's going to slip up. He will. They're just that dumb. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I mean, I will say, Ellis, the one thing that Gucci did say that was of value is that this is a number 1 contenders match. Just to remind everyone at home and the competitors that are playing, everything else, I just kind of, I'll be honest, I didn't listen.
It's okay. You're probably better off as the competitors to listen to less of what their managers are saying at this point, because there's been a lot of correct answers here today. Hoping for 3 more on each side is Gold Leader and Major Harper. The winner of this match will get a shot at that belt. That's kind of how number 1 contender matches work. And so, gentlemen, we are going to start with Gold Leader. Andrew Guy will be asking him his series of questions. And Andrew, for his 2-pointer to tie the lead of the Major, he selected Category 2. What's he looking at?
Category 2 is going to coincide with Solo, a Star Wars story. And just to remind you, Gold Leader, you are 32 to 34 right now. This is to tie up the game.
Okay.
For 2 points. Rio Durant enjoys what type of food feast on his home planet of Ardenia?
A Minoc roast.
And I hope I said some of those words right, but you definitely got the question right. 2 points for an even 34 here, Ellis, in round number 5.
That is correct, and it sounds delicious. And so before we get to the roast, we have questions now for
What is wrong with
Golden TKO? And now your question to go up by 2 points. You selected category 19, which is in the realm of heroes. And your question for 2 points. Which prequel character says, "My only conclusion is that it was a Sith Lord"?
Qui-Gon Jinn?
It'd be Qui-Gon Jinn.
Is correct for 2 points. And now, once again, it's a 2-point lead. So we go back to Gold Leader for his 3-point question. Andrew, he could have the lead if he gets this correct. And he selected, fittingly, number 3.
That's right. Number 3 for your 3-pointer here, Gold Leader. You're going to get creatures and alien races for 3 points in the category of...
That is not...
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. Let me say that.
That's okay.
Right, there we go.
No, just...
Okay, here we go. Let's
what number was that? And then go back and pick that number. And then
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the whole thing again.
Okay, Gold Leader, for your 3-point question, you chose number 3, very fittingly, and that number coincides with the category of Rogue One for 3 points, and to send it back over to the Major. What type of TIE fighters are used as modified troop transports at the Battle of Scarif?
That would be the TIE Reaper.
Oh.
For 3 more points, and to send it back over to the Major. That is correct.
That's right. Major Harper now in the unusual position in this match of trailing Gold Leader by a point. He can regain a 2-point lead if he gets his 3-pointer correct. Major, you selected number 4 for your 3-point question. And Jim Harbaugh's Michigan number corresponds to the Clone Wars movie. And your question, to regain the lead, who voices Padme Amidala in the Clone Wars movie?
Oh, boy.
Five.
Oh.
4.
Catherine or Kat Tabor.
Either one is correct for 3 points. And once again, Major Harper is on top. And so now, Andrew, we go back to Gold Leader for a 5-pointer. He's got to have.
And for your 5-pointer, Gold Leader, you chose lucky number 7. We'll see if that number pays off for you here today. 5 points coming from the category of Revenge of the Sith for 5 points and to take the lead. In Revenge of the Sith, while Chancellor Palpatine is watching the theater performance, which Umbaran is sitting next to him that leaves when Anakin arrives?
Slimemore.
I don't think he'd even need to finish the question. That is 5 more points for Gold Leader, who took, I think, about a half a second to answer that 5-pointer here in Star Wars, Ellis.
He certainly did, and now it is
well done.
A 3-point lead for Gold Leader over Major Harper. It's 42-39, folks. Goodness. Did you get your money's worth? And this isn't even the end of one of these 2 pay-per-view matches tonight. We go to Major Harper now for a 5-point question. Should you hit it, you will be competing for a Star Wars belt. You selected category number 6. For your 5-point question. And that corresponds to our category of Star Wars Who Said It. These are quotable quotes in the realm of Star Wars. And your question for 5 points and the win. In the film The Last Jedi, what are the 2 dying words of the captain of the Anodyne before the First Order destroys it?
Evan, it's been an honor to play you. Godspeed, Rebels.
And your winner
Oh, the excitement is genuine!
86 points. And thankfully, we're getting away from our microphone as we see them all go nuts and well warranted. A major with an incredible victory over the very game, to say the least, gold leader. So we're going to allow Kate and Major Harper to celebrate in the green room for a moment, while Andrew and I simply recover from the carnage we just witnessed. Andrew, I told you in our pre-phone call two things. Hey, sorry, pal, you're not going to get to talk a lot in the lightning round. And the other thing I said, these fellas are going to make you feel like you know nothing about Star Wars. I felt like that came to pass today.
86 points scored in an undercard match. In an undercard match. That was one of the most beautiful displays of Star Wars trivia I have ever seen. I mean, you talk about that round one, you talk about the competition in this league. It's happened so many times this season in IG and Star Wars specifically, where you lose 1 point in round one, and that ends up being the deciding factor 3 or 4, 5 rounds later. And my goodness, the questions were perfect. The players were brilliant. I love what they brought to the table. Somehow their managers work really well with them. Honestly, I don't know what Gucci or Kate said today, but it really seemed to work. That was so incredibly impressive. And I can't imagine what whoever's going to have the belt is thinking about having to play this guy.
Yeah, that's a good point, because the winner of the Andrew the Hunter Demolanta versus Laura Lights Out Kelly match will be facing this gentleman, Major Harper, who going into round 5 said Luke Moonwalker. Now, I don't know if that was just to make his manager feel better, but man, did his Star Wars knowledge improve. For more with both the Major and his manager of the Den, Kate Mulligan, we turn it over to the great, our own Princess Leia, Jen Sturgeon.
I am so honored to be here with you guys right now. Kate, I mean, first of all, we have to start with Harper. Harper, you're 4 wins, no losses. Can we safely say the hype is real now?
Yes.
I mean, Luke Moonwalker is correct. I mean, I hate to correct people all the time on Star Wars, and I'm actually them, but it is correct. So I don't know about hype. I don't create any of that. I just come in here and answer Star Wars questions that PJ tortures us with.
All right, I'll let Kate answer that question then. Kate, is the hype real?
Yeah. Did we get your attention? You guys paying attention now? Did we get your attention? Great. That's him. That's the guy that's going to hold the Star Wars belt. Okay? You're looking at him. That's him. Okay?
You defeated everyone.
Remember this day. Remember this day. Okay? Because I told you. I warned you. This is the guy that's holding the belt next.
You've defeated everyone, in your path. Gold Leader, Cabrera, Witt, Whiteley. I mean, now it's like you're going to be up against, obviously, your biggest challenge to date. Either Demolanta or Kelly. Do you guys have a preference who you face, or are you just ready for anyone and everyone?
I don't. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. They're going to have a really tough battle. They're both at the top of the heap for a reason. Unparalleled work ethic, unparalleled focus, unparalleled knowledge, quite frankly, if my words can come out right. And either way, it's going to be a battle. I said at the beginning of the season that I wasn't in the mood to pick out opponents or whatever, but strength recognizes strength, and either of those would have been at the top of my list of people to prove myself against. Quite frankly, and the point that needs to be said here is Gold Leader is no joke, and the next opponent that he's going to get, he's going to shred to pieces. And I for one, if I'm not in that second tournament, that's probably a blessing to my heart, at least.
Absolutely. Kate, I got to bring this up. Wasn't this your
very first
title match as a manager?
Very first. I've never done a 5-round match.
How does it feel to survive, not only survive, but thrive in this environment? Because let's face it, they're very stressful.
They are stressful. I have a headache like you wouldn't believe. For the record, Thomas and I are both on vacation right now, so he needs to get out of that room.
Well, now you're bragging.
Yeah. It is. I'm telling you, I have loved every person that has graced the doors of the den, the door of the den, I should say. But there is something like Thomas Harper has brought a real. I hope people are taking a second look at the den in general now, because he has legitimized this faction on a whole new level. And you know, he was the third person picked in the draft overall. He was my first choice in the draft overall, and we're seeing why. He's got the receipts, and to me, I thank him for making this work. I thank his wife for making this work. This is a guy that is dedicated to this league. He is dedicated to playing here, and if he's willing to do a 5-pointer while he's on, I gotta rise up and meet him where his work ethic and his level is. And you're not gonna meet anybody that works harder than this guy, and that's in every aspect of his life. So yeah, I mean, thank you, Thomas, for giving me my first ever 5-pointer. Or 5-rounder. 5-rounder.
I was like,
I've answered one before.
Kate can barely speak, and that's something. That's really saying something. You've accomplished the unaccomplishable. I will say this. You guys obviously are working fantastically together. What are you going to do to prepare for this upcoming title match?
I think the blueprint's there. I rebuilt my entire training program, my entire study method. All the talk that I heard up to this point was Dragon Con is different. These guys are coming into something new. They're not going to know what they're doing. It's different questions. I recognize that, and I rebuilt everything with the help of that woman right there, Kate, and the entire faction brought me to this point, dragged me kicking and screaming to this point. It wasn't exactly easy, but that's what's necessary. I'm committed to this league. I'm committed to the fans, and I'm here to show you. And I hope that this tournament has showed everybody out there that, Dragon Con's a whole separate game. I'm here to play Schmoedown.
Harper, you're so composed, and you just obviously just have such amazing decorum, and you're so polite. So I'm going to turn the microphone over to Kate for just a second. And let Kate speak to your upcoming opponents about what she thinks you're capable of in this title match.
Well, I think Thomas and I would both agree that the Den as a faction has really been just the heartbeat of his prep, and that's excluding me even. I mean, I've maybe jumped in like one, but it's the way that they're working together. They are going to be every win that Thomas gets. It's all of them getting it as well, and they feel that. I'm sure they're going to be absolutely thrilled about this one. Upcoming, I mean, I have no preference. The thing that Thomas has taught me is that you focus on the game, that it's not against Laura Kelly. It's not against Andrew DiMolante. It's you against the questions. So it doesn't matter who's sitting in that seat beside you. And that's been a real eye opener for me. It's because I've always thought like, oh God, and like you try to strategize. Well, what, and like Thomas proved today, what does opponent's choice in Star Wars mean anything? It doesn't. It's the same thing as spinning your favorite thing. You could get a perfect round on it. So to me, whoever comes our way, it doesn't matter. We will step over their body as we collect the belt.
Congratulations on a well-fought victory today. I am very, very happy for you, Kate, and I wish you guys the best in your very first title shot against player to be named later.
All right, Andrew, very celebratory mood over there, even from Major Harper a little bit.
Yeah.
And why not? After such an epic victory over a formidable opponent in Gold Leader.
Yeah, it was a very well-earned celebration there, and both of them doing a great job in their first 5-round match ever. And as we go back over to Gold Leader, I feel nothing but excitement for Gold Leader's future here. You talk about how well he played today, how great he did in all 5 of those rounds, and really it just came down to the questions missed in round number 1. I'm sure it sucks. I'm sure it hurts a little bit of heartbreak there, but as you heard Harper say, there might be another Star Wars tournament that people might have to run into Gold Leader in, where I think he will do very, very well.
Yeah, this is not the end of the road for Gold Leader. Nay, it just feels like the beginning, because we've seen so many times in the history of the Schmoedown, the pantheon of great competitors in this amazing league. It's that first loss that really gets you to that next level, the Phoenix rising from the ashes. I'm not sure if him and the Finstock Exchange attitude is there yet, but we're about to find out as we pivot back to Jen Sturger.
Gold Leader,
Oh, my
I'm.
headphone.
Oh, no worries. Gold Leader, I know this is very unfamiliar territory for you to be having the second interview with me and not being in the winner's circle. How are you feeling right now?
Listen, I know all these little punks out there are laughing. They're what's off right now because they wanted to see Gold Leader fall. Well, it happened. I'm going to put this down. I'm probably yelling into it. It happened. All right? And let me tell you
Gold
something.
never really ages.
It doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel great being right here. But Thomas Harper, you better be at the top because I'm going to crawl my way back. You just wait. You better win this title match because I'm going to be there.
There's no question about that. I mean, look, you played borderline perfect. You were off by 14 letters or whatever it is in the alphabet, which really isn't that bad. I mean, look, the guy, look, when you play in this division, if you miss one question, it's an issue. I mean, it's not like any other division. I mean, yes, he has opponent's choice, but opponent's choice shouldn't even be on the wheel in this division because it doesn't make a difference what you give these guys. They're so good on so many different levels. So we talked about it beforehand. We're like, let's give a mixed bag because who knows what would happen. And honestly, that's really the case here. We thought he would falter in the speed round because he does take time to answer his questions. But he was great. I got to give credit where credit is due. And I think, Gold Leader will tell you that as well. He probably, when he missed that one, he's probably like, damn, we're in trouble. And it's really the facts in this division. It's as you've seen with like Damon, Dimbalanta, these guys go 75 or 75 and they don't miss any questions.
Does it feel almost insurmountable at times when you go up against players that are playing out of their minds and playing a perfect game, essentially?
Not exactly insurmountable. It feels like we're both doing the same thing. It feels like we're both like in The Emperor's New Groove. If y'all have seen that movie, when Cusco and Pacha are climbing up the rock together, back to back. It feels like if one of you slips, like this is a bad metaphor, but it feels like we're both working at the same level. It doesn't feel insurmountable because it feels like we're both doing these Herculean efforts, and one of us just came up short.
You weren't even really wrong on that question. It was just off a little bit.
Yeah.
But what the crazy part about it is, like I said, when you watch this division, which I think is the strongest division in the Schmoedown, there's no question about it. It's like
definitely the top.
You cannot miss anything.
Nope.
You really, honestly can't. There's so many good people in here. It's like, we took down Lacey, Slytherin or whatever her name is, and then we beat Mary Wilson or whatever. I mean, and they went pretty much perfect as well. But once you could see the anguish on people's faces when they miss one question because they know it's going to be hard to make up. Now, like I said with Thomas Harper, we're like, the only chance we can get him here is if he slips onto the speed round. Let's hope he does, but he didn't. And credit due to him. And I know Gold Leader and him are really tight, and they have mutual respect for each other. And that really honestly is. But that being said, the Finstock Exchange has never been blown out or TKO'd or KO'd in any match, and we won't be. We fight to the end on a consistent basis. I knew he was going to get every single question right. We were just waiting for Harper to slip, and he didn't. It's just that's just the brass tacks of it all. It's just really honestly the truth. We have nothing to hang our head about though, and that's really the facts as well. We'll be back. We'll see it.
Absolutely. So, Gold Leader guys, where do we go from here? How do we regroup from this loss? What did we learn from this loss, and how do we carry forward?
I wanted to be the Dragon Slayer so bad. I think that's the thing. That's the key. I wanted that title.
That's spectacular.
We go back to the drawing board. That's where we go. I'm gonna take a day or two, but I'm gonna come back with a vengeance whenever I get a match again.
12 letters off. We're going to start selling shirts 12 letters off.
Yeah.
The bottom line is, it's like, we've been TKOing everybody, and we have a ton of TKOs, and that's the way we operate. Look, now we're getting into the upper echelon of people who play in this league that, like I said, whether it's the Dan Merles of the world or whoever else, or Thomas Harper is now as well. Harper was high in the dossier. There's no question about that as well. We knew what it was. We believed that Harper and Gold Leader were neck and neck in the dossier, and whoever went first, we were going to pick next, and that's exactly what happened. I can't be nothing more proud of this man who's gotten points for our exchange. He's a genius. He plays really well. His heart is into it. He had this. Harper was just a tad better today, and that's unfortunate. But us here at the Finstock Exchange, we don't cry over spilled milk. We sit back and we just keep coming back. We're like Rocky. Knock us down, we're going to keep coming back, and that's really what it comes down to. I like I said once again, kudos to the Den. They got their first win in a 5 match. Kate, welcome to the club. Good for her. I mean, I don't know if she's going to win again with other players, but I mean, anyway, it is what it is, and they might be a backhanded compliment, but whatever. That being said, though, he went perfect, and it took him perfect to beat this man, and that's really what it comes down to.
Well, tough loss today, gentlemen, but I'm sure you will regroup because you are down, but never out.
Diamond hands and laser eyes. That's what we do.
Yeah, sure. Diamond hands, laser eyes, whatever.
But he'll be back up eventually.
Yeah. We're coming back.
We're done. Back to the desk.
Well, Andrew, I'm going to do something that it pains me to do, and that's actually say Gucci made a good point when it comes to the speed round perfection, because that is really what you would rely on in a 5-round match to catch up and gain some points. Yep. Any miss by Major Harper could have resulted in a tie that would have taken us to sudden death, because you miss it, you don't get that point. Then we also penalize you a point for attempting an incorrect answer. It is razor thin. It's a 2-point match, which is close enough. But folks, even that headline doesn't tell the whole story. It was as close as they come today, partner.
Yeah, I hate to do exactly what you just did, but I got to give credit where credit's due. Gucci was very respectful in that post-game interview. I was shocked he gave as much credit to his opponents as he did, which I think, as he said, credit, you give it where it's due. I'm excited for Gold Leader's career moving forward. I do think there was one thing that Gucci said in there. He said that the Star Wars is the strongest division in the entire MTS. Now, while a lot of people might agree with him, Mark, I feel like there's a couple gentlemen tonight that might have something to say about that.
It's interesting you bring that up, because that happens to be our next match of this incredible double-header pay-per-view event. That's why Andrew Guy is the best in the business. And to be fair, I was about to criticize him for not showing up for our 5:30 a.m. park workout, but now it all makes sense. You were conserving mental energy for matches like what we just endured. And now, folks, in a short while, we are going to have the Inner Geekdom #1 contender match. Robert the Spider Parker is going to be taking on the one-time and very hopeful to have it again champion of Inner Geekdom knowledge, Chandru the Chosen Dandapani. It's all coming up right now in just about 5 minutes. We're going to powder our noses and be right back.
Okay, so sucks that, this was a great match, and it really shows you how one single letter in the Star Wars division can make all the difference in the galaxy. I only got 12 questions right in that category, but I said it up top that I'm not really feeling too good right now. Not even counting the late hour right now. Anyways, yeah. I feel really sorry for Gold Leader, mostly because I kind of have to be on a show with him tomorrow and around this time, and we're definitely going to have something to talk about now, but that's irrelevant right now. Congratulations to Thomas Harper, the victorious Major. 4 points to the Den, and I can't wait to see him face off against either Demalanta or Laura Kelly whenever that match comes to pass. In any case, I gotta switch to my other faction gear and make myself another cup of tea, and I'll be right back for the main event to see the Spider, Robert Parker, smash, crash, and destroy the fake champion Chandru once and for all. Smash Cancer and smash Chandru. Goodbye. Hello again, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.